WWE might have just made the biggest mistake in history. In the history of the promotion's legacy, so to speak. But the question is, what do I mean by that? Well, we found out within the last 24 to 48 hours that WWE has signed a deal with ESPN. Meaning that starting in 2026, potentially with WrestleMania, all of the WWE premium live events will be a part of ESPN with their brand new streaming service DTC, direct to consumer, which means that fans will now have to pay $30 a month for them to use the service in order to watch the premium live events. Yeah, you heard me right. WWE is now going to be working with ESPN starting in 2026. Now we don't know if this is going to happen during WrestleMania season, or if it's going to be in early 2026, as in the beginning of the year. Obviously, WWE will. I'm sure they'll probably make an announcement regarding it, but this is where things become very, very complicated for a lot of fans, and this is only to the United States only, whereas opposed to everywhere else in the world, people can obviously watch on Netflix the premium live events, such as WrestleMania, such as Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, as well as pretty much anything else on Netflix that isn't in the United States, if you will. This is where things get very, very complicated. If you guys recall, or if you guys had been, had watched the very first WrestleMania when it was on closed circuit television, it was somewhat, from what I remember, from what my family had told me, closed circuit television was relatively cheap back then. It was maybe like a couple bucks at that time. By the time we got to WrestleMania 3 in 1988, it ended up becoming pay-per-view, which ended up going for like 10, 15 bucks at the time. By the time we got to the Attitude Era, pay-per-views were $15 to $20. By the time we got to the Ruthless Aggression Era, going into the PG era, pay-per-views were like exactly $30 per show if you wanted to watch it through your local cable provider. Then obviously 2014 we had the WWE Network, which you would be paying $9.99 a month for you to use the WWE Network streaming service. And then of course we have Peacock, which people are paying $17 for Premium Plus. Now WWE and TKO want fans to pay an additional $30 to watch the PLEs on ESPN. However, there has been a massive loophole in this whole ordeal. Apparently, if you have a cable provider, such as I think it's Sling TV, YouTube TV, and if you have Hulu with live TV plus the addition of ESPN Plus, you would be able to watch all of the WWE premium live events without any additional charges. Meaning, which for me, because I do have Hulu, it ties into the question: can you watch watch the premium live events on Hulu if you have it with ESPN Plus. That right there remains to be seen. Obviously, no one knows. Not even I do. I know that someone on Facebook told me that supposedly you can, but I don't know if that's really the case. But this is where everything will go downhill for WWE. People were paying $9.99 a month for the WWE network, which to which, and if my memory serves correct, this increased WWE's TV revenue by more than 79%. Actually, I think by more than like 89% compared to how much it would have been if it was on pay-per-view through your local cable provider. Then when it moved from that to Peacock in the United States, it actually lowered WWE's TV revenue, so to speak, by more. It lowered by more than 20%. However, over time, people would subscribe to Peacock, and the revenue would go up by more than additional 73%, which is about a little over 130% increase compared to obviously the WWE network. Now, because of Peacock, everybody all across the United States is watching WWE on Peacock, which includes all any and all documentaries that were on the WWE network, past premium live events including SummerSlam, WrestleMania, NXT Takeover, the NXT premium live events, and obviously the NXT takeovers include the first ever NXT takeover, NXT takeover Arrival, NXT takeover The End, Portland takeover Portland, takeover War Games, takeover Chicago, takeover Brooklyn, NXT takeover 30, NXT takeover 36, which became obviously the last NXT takeover before they ended up having their own premium live events, being obviously, just simply put, NXT War Games or NXT Vengeance Day or something, or something like that. With the move to ESPN, this will lower the TV revenue for WWE and its fan base, if you will, by more than 94%. Meaning that the 130+% that was watching WWE on Peacock will most likely not want to watch WWE on ESPN because of the fact that it was $30 a month. This would force WWE in a massive conundrum, because fans all across the United States have been on social media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and pretty much every other social media platform under the sun. People are going on social media and just complaining about it like it's nothing. Literally just bitching about the fact that they're being forced to pay an additional $30 for ESPN, which to me, in a way, I don't blame them, but at the same time, this is actually a really interesting ordeal for WWE, because this is the first time since since SmackDown had moved over to Fox all the way back in 2019, before ended up coming back over to the USA Network, where WWE had partnered with a sports promotion, so to speak, that would just talk about nothing but sports. Such as Fox. Fox would always talk about baseball. They would talk about football. More so the NFL, but obviously you guys already know it's an all sports brand, if you will. ESPN, they talk about everything sports. They talk about MMA. Obviously more specific, the UFC. They talk about they they talk about the Major League Baseball promotion, the NFL, NHL, um, golfing. Which is a sport for those who did not know. Um, yes, it is a big opportunity for WWE to continue to grow as a brand by branching out to other sports promotions, such as ESPN. But what about the fans? What's their reaction to this whole ordeal? Interestingly enough, some people have said that they would not be watching WWE ever again, which, in my opinion, I feel like it's really crazy, right? It's interesting because the fact that you would have to pay an additional $30 on top of everything else that you're paying for is absolutely wild. So for example, let's say that you're in a home with 5 people. Let's just say that you your parents, and I'll say 2 siblings. Let's just say that, right? That's five. That right there is 5 people. You would have your cable provider, which could be anything. It could be Spectrum, it could be Sling TV, it could be Dish, it could be Direct TV, it could be YouTube TV for all we know. Um, so depending on what cable provider you have, you would probably be paying up to about $200. So we'll go for the median, and we'll say $165. Let's say that, right? Plus plus you'd be paying up to $26 for for Netflix, plus another 17 for Peacock, and you'd be paying plus the $30 for for obviously ESPN. That would come up to $238 a month. And if you were to multiply that by 12, which is how many months in a year, you would be paying almost $3,000 a year for 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 your cable provider, ESPN, Netflix, and Peacock Premium Plus. Yeah, that right there is absolutely wild. It is absolutely wild. It's just, I wouldn't say that it's not right, but at the same time, excuse me, I feel like it's mainly because, WWE wants to continue to grow, right? They want to expand their horizons to where it reaches, to where their promotion can reach the entire world. And I don't blame them, but obviously fans, I said it before, I'll say it again, fans are pissed off that this is happening to them. So they're going on social media, WWE. They're tagging Triple H. They're tagging WWE's president Nick Khan in their post saying, oh, this isn't right. This is just so stupid. This is just a way for WWE to make more money. TKO doesn't care about fans. Blah 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 blah. Literally just bullshitting on social media. My question is this, right? Because I touched on it earlier in this video. If you do have Hulu and you upgraded Hulu to live TV plus the add-on of ESPN Plus, is it possible for you to watch the premium live events on Hulu? Is that possible, or do you have to actually get ESPN Plus to watch it with no additional costs? No one knows. Not even I know. I know. So again, I know. Someone on Facebook told me that you can, but I don't know if that's really confirmed. I don't even know. So obviously, yes. Eventually, yes. Obviously, there is still time. There's still time for fans to upgrade Hulu's live TV with ESPN Plus, and then also get ESPN DTC to check and make sure that you are able to watch on Hulu and not on ESPN. I will say, I think it's a bit fucked up because this ties into another question that a lot of fans have been wondering, and that is the NXT Premium Live event. Are they gonna stay with Peacock, or are they going to legit take everything and put it on ESPN? And what about Saturday night's main event? Is that gonna move, or is it going to stay on NBC with Peacock? My guess is that it'll probably stay with NBC on Peacock, because obviously you guys know Saturday night's main event was always a staple to NBC, and because of that, I'm assuming that we will be getting Saturday night's main event on Peacock. So if you do watch it on Peacock, you would have no problems at all. Honestly, I don't know. I think this is a bit of a fucked up situation, just because, again, fans have to pay exactly almost $3,000 a year with the addition of ESPN to if they want to watch the premium live events. Again, this will lower the United States fan base by more than 90%. At least that, if not maybe even beyond that. Maybe fans all across the US, perhaps maybe every single fan in the United States might not even want to watch WWE after this move actually becomes official. Obviously, yes, it has been confirmed that it'll move, but we don't know exactly when it will make that jump. My guess it'll probably make the jump during WrestleMania weekend. So this is going to be a massive ordeal, and this gives fans at least what? This gives fans another 8 months to literally save up all of their money and get Hulu with live TV and ESPN to ensure that you're able to watch it on Hulu as well as ESPN. Honestly, I really don't know what else to say about this, but I want your guys' opinion. I want you guys to rant about it in the comments. Post in the comments below your thoughts on this whole ordeal, and answer answer the question of would you actually subscribe to ESPN to watch the premium live events. I'm very curious about what you guys have to say. So let me know down in the comments below. And that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. And as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.